Hey y'all, welcome to Rooster's Barbecue. I'm Rooster. That noise you hear in the background is my pit bull chowing down on her dinner. I hope it's not too distracting. I only have a short time to make this video tonight because it's my dinner. And my wife brought me home a one bone rib roast to make myself some prime rib out of. She's unsure of what size portions of meat I eat and thought I ate 2.73 pound pieces of meat for dinner. But that's okay, I'm going to give it a shot. And either way, I'm excited about cooking this because there's a lot of stuff all over YouTube and Facebook of people wanting to make these for their Christmas dinner. And I'm obviously making one. Or not obviously, I am making one for Christmas dinner too, a 4-bone. And this is a nice little practice. And it's good online content for my YouTube channel for people to see how I prepare it and cook it on a Rec Tec. So this is going to be smoked prime rib. So it's very simple. Let me get a pair of gloves and we'll whip this thing up and get it on the grill. So, all I'm going to do is rub it down with olive oil, give it some seasoning. We're going to put Montreal steak seasoning on it and a little extra black pepper. And then I'm going to do a light coating of flour on top of that. And those spices will be great with prime rib, but you know, the flour might be throwing some of you off, but that was my mom's little trick for prime rib was rubbing the outside of flour would make almost like a light pastry crust on the outside of her prime rib. And everywhere we went and every time she made it, people were raving about it. I'm obviously not going to trim anything off of this because it's a prime rib. And what we got is what we're going to cook. So I don't want any of my prime rib to go into the trash can or made into a dog treat for that one. So but that's pretty much our olive oil coating. Make sure you get every cover. Now we'll get some spices on it. We'll start with some black pepper. And I'm not really scared of black pepper because I like it a lot. We're going to hit each side with some black pepper and then some Montreal steak seasoning. Just because I have a ton of it. Just going to pat that in. Go to the next side. Black pepper. And Montreal steak seasoning. I already got my grill up to temp at 225, and we're going to do that till we get an internal temperature of about 135. Then I'm going to throw it on my bullseye at as hot as my bullseye will go and give this a prime rib reverse sear. So it should be a fun cook. And definitely going to taste amazing. For those of you that know about prime rib, you know about prime rib. And this is a pretty sweet Monday night dinner from my wife. She got her and the kids a couple of pizzas. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm betting everybody wants some of my prime rib when I get it done. So that looks really good. We're coated all over. I'm just going to pick up all those spices. Look how spicy that came out. Doesn't that look good? Nice rub on it. This is going to be good. All right, now I'm just going to lightly coat with flour. About like that. And this flour is going to, like I said, create like a prime ribby, juicy pastry crust on the outside. And it was how my mother did her prime ribs. And so it's how I do mine. Oh yeah. So if you're wanting to try something new with a prime rib this year, maybe you've never done a prime rib before, do not be scared of it. My favorite thing to say is if they can cook it, so can we. I think that I should make that my YouTube tagline. If they can cook it, so can we. So we're all coated with flour, black pepper, Montreal steak seasoning, and olive oil. There's my olive oil cap. I'm going to have to clean that after this. And that's pretty good. I'm going to give that just another 10 minutes to sit and soak those in and get a little closer to room temperature. And then we'll get it on the grill at 225. Get a probe in it. Pull it off when it hits 235. Let it rest. Crank up the bullseye and sear both sides. So we'll see you outside. Alright, we're out here at the grill with my dinner. 2 stuffed baked potatoes and an almost 3-pound 1-bone rib roast. We got our grill set to 225 and we're just going to stick it on there. Ooh, got good smoke at that temperature. Just gonna throw my potatoes on the side. I'll close that while I get my probes. Let's get a temp gauge in it. Try and go right into the middle of the meat. Where it's thick and away from the bone. Right now we got an internal temperature of 54 degrees. And we're just gonna let that cook. We'll come back out and check on it occasionally and just get it to 135 where it's nice medium rare. And then we'll throw it on the bullseye at its hottest temp and get a nice sear on the outside. So we'll see you when we're ready to sear it. Alright, we're back. We've got our prime rib up to 120 degrees. Not 130 like I said before. I'll let it get those extra couple of degrees I want when we sear it. So I've got the prime rib to 120 and I'm just going to pull it off and cover it lightly with some foil. And we're going to let this rest for 10 to 15 minutes because there ain't no rush here. You'd much rather it be done right. We're going to sear it on the Rec Tec bullseye and we're going to give that 10 minutes here, time for that to heat up. So we'll come back when we're ready to hear some sizzle. All right, we're back out here to do some searing. We let our prime rib rest for 15 minutes. Oh, she smells good. Now I'm gonna sear it on both the sides as best I can, and then give it a couple minutes per flat side each. We got our grill at about 450. And this will just take second or two each side. Got some of that goodie on my hands. Oh yeah, look at it. Already browned it up some. It's gonna be good. All right. Rather than make another 17-minute video, I seared one side, and now we're just gonna flip her over. Oh yeah, that looks good. Flip over that open flame part. And we're gonna give that about 5 more minutes, and we'll see you in the kitchen to cut this prime rib up. All right. We're back here in the kitchen after a nice sear on both sides. She looks real good. Now normally I would slice it like this. I guess I'll give that a try. I've never cooked a 1-bone rib roast. Oh my God, that looks perfect. How about that? Yes. I need some of that in my mouth. All right. Let's get a nice cut of this here. Nice seasoned outside, medium rare. Oh, it's soft as butter. Oh my God, that's so good. That seasoning on the outside. Get a good look at that. With that red center. Cooked perfectly to 130 degrees. I may actually try to eat 2.73 pounds of prime rib tonight. I'm kidding. All right, that's our prime rib video for those of you putting one together for the holidays. I'm doing a bigger one here next week too. I'll probably make a video for that since it's going to be a much longer cook and a larger product. Now it's time to sit down and eat dinner. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Check out my Facebook page, Rooster's Barbecue, and we'll see you next time.